Welcome to LifeHeal, the future of holistic practice. So this podcast series is for holistic and complementary therapists and health coaches who are ready to evolve with the changing world of health and well-being. It is for you if you are out there trying to live your dream job and your dream purpose and are feeling that a bit disillusioned and a bit lost, and feeling that perhaps whatever you've trained in and the stuff that you're doing out there is a little bit out of date, or that you are not quite hitting the mark and it's not the idyllic life that you hoped it would be. Perhaps you feel that you're not reaching people, you don't know how to reach people. Perhaps you've got your own treatment room and you're sitting there day after day and there's no clients coming in. This podcast is for you if that is the case. So I'm Sam, integrative health coach, therapist and co-founder of LifeHeal, and this series explores how integrative health, lifestyle medicine, social prescribing, digital health and multi-modality therapies are redefining what it means for holistic care and complementary therapies. Each episode is going to blend grounded insight, real-world strategies which can help you align with your own purpose and really find your position in modern healthcare and how you fit with this new healthcare that's coming in. And we're looking forward to spending time with you. If you're ready to dive in and explore the future of holistic practice, then hopefully we can keep you inspired, informed and aligned as the landscape of health continues to evolve. Good morning and Happy New Year to you all. This is the first podcast back after our Christmas and New Year break, and trust that you all had an amazing time. We had a great time actually. We had all the kids with us, and for the first time really, the last few years people have been different places, so this was the first year we had everybody in the house, and it was amazing. We had such a good time with everybody and lots of games and really managed to switch off. And we've done a lot of different kinds of lifestyle things for the year, which we do every year actually, and that's what I really wanted to talk about today, was just to find out how your new year was and see how you're all hanging in there. I know that Christmas and New Year can be a real source of contention for some people, and that you haven't hung out with people maybe that you wouldn't normally, or most families struggle a little bit, so I'm just making sure that you're all hanging in there or have managed to get through it. It could be that you absolutely love it and it was just been incredible. The people that I've spoken to that have enjoyed it have really made a concerted effort to simplify Christmas, to take away the opulent materialistic purchasing that goes on, and really enjoying, just like we did Secret Santa for instance, and we had a budget of just £75 for each member of the family, each of the kids, and it was just a lot of fun, but saved them a lot of money, but also us, because you can spend hundreds per kid or per person. We also didn't do presents for each other this year, so we're going to have an experience together. I don't do presents with my parents. We just all save up the money and go out for meals or experiences, and we find that is that just works for the family. And I was very much brought up in a time where we got bags and bags and bags of presents. Very, very lucky, but huge pressure for my parents, I suppose, and a lot of stuff just gets lost. So it's nice to do something different and to take that materialistic aspect away from Christmas. We both felt the magic of Christmas sort of bubbling up to the surface because of that. So yeah, I'm out for a walk. This is just a little quick check-in. I'd love to hear how you all got on, and yeah, what your plans are for the year. So as I've just said a few minutes ago, that every year Eric and I, we have this one little book that we bought in Spain, and we put in our goals and financial goals, our goals for Erica, goals for me, goals for LifeHeal, personal sort of bucket list is in there. And we're on this is the 3rd year of it now. And it's been really, really interesting to just see where we're at, and how far we've come, and that all the wish list, if you like, and the things that we felt would make our life more pleasurable, easier to reach people, 2 years ago, we have actually achieved. And sometimes when you've got your head down and you're trundling along day after day, year after year, it's easy to forget how far you've come. And the years, as I'm sure you'll agree, just blend into one another. So that's just a little thing that we put in place, along with, we sit down with that book and we sit down with coffee, usually some sort of treat, which is important. And we do lifestyle design. We take a Wheel of Life, and this is a tool that Erica got in her psychology degree, which we're now using across all of LifeHeal, any interaction with clients on either my path, my sort of program path, core path it's called, or any of her programs. And it really, basically, it's just a wheel and has all the different aspects of your life. I think it was based on Buddhism, actually. I think, she might correct me if that's wrong, but I'm sure it was. Anyway, so you've got relationship, you've got money, you've got friends, you've got work, and you get to colour it in. You get your pencils and you get to colour in 0 to 10. Each segment will tell you where you're at. So 0 being, it's awful, 10 being, can't get any better. Arguably, we agree that you're probably not going to be at a 10, because there's always room for improvement, a healthy room for improvement. So a lot of our stuff was a 9. What happens is when you fill it all in, you start to see where you need to do your work, and it just cuts out a lot of wasted time. So I deal with people that can quite easily catastrophize. So one thing goes wrong, everything's wrong. My whole life's ruined, everything's wrong. And they start to spiral, and they maybe just can't. You maybe feel this with your clients as well. And it's really difficult to see the wood for the trees sort of thing. This tool will give the person, your client, yourself, your family member, whoever it is, a real grasp on reality, a real sort of, okay, hang on a minute, yes, you've just lost your job. However, you've got savings, you've got friends, you've got your friends, your family section here is a 9 out of 10, your relationships an 8 out of 10. Look at everything you do have. So this is just one segment of your life. So from that point of view, it's great for clients, and a great little tool. You don't need to be a psychologist to use it. It's a great tool for you just to use as a little bit of diagnostics in your consultation as well, but also for yourself. Like, take the time at the start of the year, or whenever, it could be the financial year, it could be April, whenever you're comfortable to do it. Sometimes people do it on their birthdays. But take the time, take a day out, and really just take stock. How am I feeling? How's my finances? Am I pushing myself into my stretch zone regularly? Not panic zone, but am I pushing myself into my stretch zone regularly? And if not, what steps can I do to do that? How am I growing? Where do I want to be in 5 years? We do like a 5-10 year plan. And I can be quite impatient, or have been in the past. I'm like, Erica would come back down and go, I've got this great idea, it's amazing, but I'd be totally on board. And then she'd go, yes, I'm going to do that in 5 years' time. And we actually joke about it now. She never does do it in 5 years' time. It always ends up being done by the end of the week. But she does that, and I'm like, for goodness sake. But I have learnt to actually, it's really important to have a long-term plan, because where are you steering the ship to otherwise? What is it you're doing? Like, yes, just say you're a therapist just now, you've got your own room, or you're working somewhere. Is that what you want to do in 5 years' time? And then think of something that could be completely out of your remit. Like, say you want to go run a 5-star spa, and really change that spa into be a spa of the future, where it offers preventative, integrative medicine, a real proper what spas should be. And you've got this vision, but then you think, I'm not qualified for that. I couldn't do that. Why would they take me? I'm just a self-employed therapist that works in a my own room somewhere. Fabulous. But what is it then that you need to do to get? What steps would you need to take to get a position like that? And then work your way back. Do you need to go and get a degree? Do you need to get a leadership degree? Do you need to read more about it? Do you need to start networking on LinkedIn? Do you need to go and work in a spa and work your way up, even just part-time? This is just an example, by the way. This applies to anything you want to do in life. Even a house, if you want to buy your dream house, how are you going to get that? What steps are you going to take? And this is really, really important for, like, we're great at doing this, if you think about it, for our clients. They come in, we're quite clear of where we want them to be. You're a visionary, you're quite clear that you see them as healthy, I presume. You see them as healed and having a healthy and happy, contented, peaceful life. And then they buy into that, and then you've got the medium to assist them with that process. So what we don't do is we don't do it for ourselves. And I think it's important that you take the time to really design your life. You can achieve anything. We're all equal on this planet. Everyone's got their gifts, their strengths, their weaknesses. And be honest about your strengths. I just did this morning. I was out walking the dog, which I'm doing now, by the way, if you're wondering what the panting is. And I was out walking the dog, and I was like, okay, just a quick life review, right back to the beginning. What kind of upbringing did I have? All the positives. All of them. Then I listed all the things that I wasn't so good at and that I did struggle with. And then I was like, have I fixed them? And 90% of the time I have. I've worked on them. And there's still room for improvement because we're human and there's always room for improvement. And it just gave me a bit of clarity. Sometimes you can start to think, oh, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that. We all do it. And part of my thought process this morning and the insight that I had was that to be a really good healer, you need to almost have this balance of, like, the ego will swing to the left to give you, as I've said before, will swing to the left to give you the confidence to get in the treatment room and really carry that energy for that hour or 2 hours for someone else. That takes a huge amount of courage and bravery and resilience. But then you leave and you go, oh God, did I do enough? Are they okay? Have I broken them? Do they hate me? Have I said too much? And the old post-mortem comes and kind of swings you back the other way. So you go from this super confident to this almost like ridiculously insecure. And that is something you learn to master over time. That you need the swing, but it's how you control the swing. The swing shouldn't be out of control. And I do believe that to be a good healer, you have to be humble. We are servants. We are here to heal and serve. We're here to serve and to facilitate healing. We're not gurus, we're not Jesus. And, we need to keep our egos in check. But you need a bit of that rocket fuel to perform a good treatment. But then you need to quickly get back in to where, you are in servant mode, I suppose, and that you are not getting cock of the north, as we say in Scotland. And it's the downside of that is that when you swing back again, it can feel quite painful. It can feel a bit of a shock, and you can think it can feel a bit jarring on your nervous system, and that's where imposter syndrome can start to breed, like, oh, who am I? I've just faked myself into that treatment. Well, that person said it was life-changing, but, oh, she's just saying that. And then that self-deprecation can be really, really damaging. So part of the lifestyle design is to really keep that in check. And really, when you're in a ship, just imagine you're in a ship, and the ship's just on the sea, and the lifestyle design, the wheel of life, all of these tools may feel a bit silly, but actually what it does is becomes the captain of the ship. You've got direction. That direction might take 5 years, it might take 10 years, it doesn't matter. But it stops you pontificating, it stops you procrastinating, it stops the self-esteem issue. You feel in control, you feel very together, you feel like you've got direction, you're going somewhere. Like if you just stuck a ship on the sea, it would just go around in circles. We don't want that feeling. That feeling in itself causes low self-esteem, and it causes a lack of confidence, a lack of direction, and a lack of clarity. So take the time. We actually have a lifestyle design, I think a PDF, which I can pop below, or just message us if you want it. It's free, Erica designed it. We do lifestyle design retreats. In fact, next week we're about to do one for lovely ladies that are coming down to Glastonbury. They're going to immerse themselves for 4 days, and they're going to leave different ladies. And it's super, super empowering. And then, these ladies are going to go off and do whatever it is that we uncover with them. And they'll have a plan of what they have to do, what the steps they need to take, and they'll have complete direction, and they will be steering that ship towards the goal. And there's no reason, you don't need to come to Glastonbury for that, but you can definitely borrow our lifestyle design PDF and fill it out. If you want the Wheel of Life, just let me know, I can send you that. Great tools, and great for you personally, for your own personal life. And if you do suffer with imposter syndrome, this is a really, really good way to remind yourself that in those moments where you think, oh God, have I done enough? Yeah, well, I've done as best as I can do, and I'm just going to keep in my ship and keep going the way I need to go and the way that I have planned to go, and trust that every single person that crosses my path has crossed it for a reason, and I've crossed theirs for a reason, and if I never hear from them again, that's okay. It's not because I'm crap, So all these thoughts go through in our heads, and I just wanted to come on and say that, I suppose, and let me know how you feel. And if you have any sort of New Year's rituals that you do to support your growth in education and your journey for the year, or the next year, I'm always open to hearing lots of different things. So thank you for listening. As always, I'm looking forward to growing the podcast this year. We had a huge, huge response to the last podcast where we had Annie on, and we've got more people coming for you, and really looking forward to it. Thank you all again for all the feedback and stuff. It seems to be really helping people, so I'm happy to continue chatting to you all as long as you want me. So enjoy your day. We are officially back to work tomorrow, which is the 7th, and yeah, lots of exciting things happening this year for us, and super, super excited to hear what you guys are up to. So enjoy your day, and thank you for listening. Just a quick one before we go. If you have enjoyed this podcast, you'd like to connect with Erica and myself and be part of our community, LifeHeal. We're on Instagram and on Facebook as the LifeHeal Journey. We've also got a website where you can find lots of free resources, blog posts and things like that. You're more than welcome to look us up. It's www.lifehealjourney.com. We have a Facebook group with over 1,000 people in it and beautiful souls, and you're welcome to come in and have a look around and chat to people. That is LifeHeal Lifestyle. And then finally, if you want to deep dive a bit more thoroughly, then we have lifehealuniversity.com, and that is our online platform, and it's a subscription platform. It's £27 a month, and you get lots of different courses, meditations, there's a book club, and it's just a little bit more serious than the Facebook group. So you're welcome to reach out to us in any way you like. There is a contact section on our website, so if you've got any questions, we love to connect with people. So feel free to message us, give us a shout with your story, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode.